Welcome back to a new series of size previews. As always, I'm Luke Matthews, and today we're in Berlin with the guys from Highsnobiety.
Thanks for joining, guys. I'm Chris, editor at Highsnobiety.
Hey, what up, guys? Brock, managing editor here at Highsnobiety.
And together today we're going to preview February. First up, I'm going to take it the Stan Smith boost from Adidas Originals.
There it is.
What are you saying?
I mean, first glance, gotta say I'm not the biggest fan of this this combination here. I mean, we've seen some leaks before, so it's nothing surprising. And it's, you know, this particular iteration feels to me, I don't know, it's super light, that's for sure. You know, I think the white combination, you know, is much more appealing.
I like how, in terms of Adidas' mantra of the past informing the future, how they did with NMD, how it's essentially the OG last and the OG silhouette of the upper and informing like the brand new boost technology on it. So in terms of the aesthetics and the thought process behind it, it's nice that it's still staying true to that mantra. So next up, we've got something totally new from ASICS, and it's the Kayano Evo Knit.
In a low-key black and white colorway. Yeah, I have the regular Kayano, and definitely a fan of it. Yeah, the technical cage is pretty cool, and I think it kind of matches the aesthetic with the whole knitted upper.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm a big fan of this one here. I like Chris mentioned, the technical detailing, the knit across the upper, the cage around, you know, where the branding is across the upper. Yeah, really nice shoe from ASICS.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing with it, because I know Kayano's had a bit of resurgence over the last sort of 2 years or so, and these obviously mono makeups, but if they start bringing some OG colorways back on that, they could look really nice.
Funny because like usually, you know, the black and white colorways are the ones that everyone wants, the ones that everyone's waiting for. So it's interesting to see them like releasing, you know, the monochrome colorways first.
So next up, we've got a completely new interpretation from Adidas on the Pure Boost.
Again, monochrome colorways to start things off. It's funny, Adidas is acting like, you know, this is the first Pure Boost, but it would make more sense to call it the Pure Boost 2.0, in my opinion, because there was, you know, an earlier Pure Boost before the Ultra Boost.
Yeah, I mean, Adidas has been all about adding sort of number suffixes to their shoes lately. They got for the Easy series, it's the V1, V2, eventually the V3, I suppose. And this is just the regular Pure Boost, but yeah, as Chris mentioned, it probably should be called the Pure Boost 2.0. And I gotta say, I'm a big fan of this one. I love the technical detailing along the sole. Of course, you know, you have the Boost sole, as the name implies. And the colorway too, I like a lot. It's sort of similar to what we've been seeing in the Yeezy line, as well as across their running shoes and their basketball shoes. So overall, big fan of these ones.
So next up, Nike have gone through the decades and brought back the Rainbow Pack, celebrating the years 77, 87 and 97. So we've got the Waffle Racer, Talaria and the Max 1. Some of the original Waffle Racers came out in these colorways, so if you flick back through this, I think we had a reference, just paying homage to this, especially like, it's a banger, that colourway. I mean, this year as well, it's the first time they've actually gone back to some of the old lasts on the Max 1, so the toe box will look, not on the sample, but the toe box will start to sit as the old last used to, so the shape is definitely going to be improved for 2017. And another detail on the full pack, obviously they're all aligned with the rainbow tongue. The footbed and the insole has the date on as well from each one, which is nice, so it runs through the full pack. Well, we're definitely seeing a resurgence in vintage running itself, so you see Waffle Racer, Cortez, Tailwind, that sort of thing. Across all the brands, Adidas have got the LA Trainer, the New York as well, and it's this sort of like, just the opposite end of the spectrum for all these like modern comfort runners and like your Ultra Boost, but we're definitely seeing a bit more of a need and a bit more of a, well again, these have paved the way for some of these modern technical pieces anyways.
What about the Talaria? It's quite an interesting sneaker, I would say.
There's a lot going on for sure. I really like the outsole on this one, if you look on the bottom. Like,
the rainbow hit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, really nice. Hadn't noticed that before.
Yeah, I think they brought this one back sort of midway through last year.
Yeah.
Favorites?
I like the Waffle Racer personally. I just like the resurgence it's having and the sort of the signifiers it has with the Nike brand as well. It's like it's an iconic story, like you touched on the Waffle machine.
But yeah, I would agree. I think also the Waffle Racer there is my favorite.
Something about this, I'm pretty down.
Okay, so since looking forward to what's next for you guys at Highsnobiety?
Of course, we're continuing what we've been doing the past 10 years, which is, you know, covering everything
fashion to sneakers, streetwear, everything in between. We're also going to be expanding into a lot of different categories this year. Can't really get into too many details of what specifically, but you can look out for far more coverage in terms of what the Highsnobiety reader will be receiving from us. Otherwise, we have a lot of collabs coming up this year. I don't know, Chris, you want to take it from here?
From a product point of view, maybe you remember some collaborations we did in the past with people like Adidas, which you can see behind us. So we have more on the way, footwear and other stuff to look out for.
And maybe historically, Highsnobiety has been more of a news source for readers, but this year we're aiming a lot to put our own opinion behind what we're covering, how we feel about certain products, brands, people, whatever it is. We're really putting our own voice behind what we do and not just letting things kind of fly by and then the next thing comes along and we write about it and then the next thing, etc. So really looking at the implications for what this culture is all about.
So next up, we're celebrating the 20-year anniversary of another Nike icon, and it's the Spiridon Ultra.
Yeah, the more and more I see these, the more and more I like them.
Yeah, I like them a lot as well. Yeah, serious dad vibes going on throughout, which I really dig. I really liked last year. It's a follow-up, maybe not directly, but they had the Roundel collab towards the end of 2016.
Throughout the years, they didn't necessarily get the love they deserve, because I love it personally, but I can definitely see it coming back stronger this year.
Yeah, definitely. I would totally cop a pair. I'm sure they'll put out plenty of colorways over the year, and I'm sure there'll be plenty that will catch my eye.
Really strong colorways though. Like the black is cool. I'm sure a lot of people will be digging this, and then like little contrasting mini swoosh, kind of cute.
People love a mini swoosh.
Yeah, they do for sure.
I don't know what the appeal is of the mini. I mean, I think it looks cool, but I don't get why people go so crazy for it, to be honest.
It's a mini swoosh.
Yeah.
It's cute, man.
Sort of self-explanatory, maybe. Yeah. I'd say this OG colorway of the two is my favorite, but I could see this being super popular, especially here on the streets of Berlin, where all black is always popular. And this kind of techie, sort of spacey look is always big in the club scene.
So we're going to finish February with the latest installment of the size-exclusive archive series of Adidas, and it's the Gazele Super.
Couple nice design details here. You have the kind of like Adidas football style tongue. The gum sole, man, I think gum sole makes pretty much anything look better. I haven't really seen an example that makes me think otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a beautiful pair of sneakers, especially this colorway here. I love the tonal look throughout. I mean, it matches the gum sole perfectly. The white is a nice contrast against the overall light brown beige effect. Yeah, as Chris mentioned, the technical detailing on the tongue, the big window here with the logo, and yeah, little tiny gazelle hit there.
This year we're actually seeing a return of the OG Samba, so it's a nice little nod to the Samba Super as well with that little window.
Yeah, I mean, if you like the regular Gazelle, this is definitely a really nice alternative.
Yeah, and this colorway in particular I think is totally banger.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with everything else we've got going on. And in the meantime, there's the Size social channels. Again, thanks for these guys.
Yeah, and thanks to the Size guys for having us. And make sure you stay tuned for more Highsnobiety news on the website and social channels.
See you next time.